And thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10 on your Saturday night. I'm Sean Rice. An Arizona college student is making a miraculous recovery after being struck head on by a wrong-way driver near Canal Avenue and Val Vista Road in Casa Grande. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra spoke with this young woman's family and explains what happened.
Well, the crash happened along this very busy and dark stretch of highway. There are no streetlights out here, which family says may have made the crash hard to see coming. A Casa Grande family has a new outlook on life.
We are extremely blessed that she's still with us.
After a terrifying crash nearly killed 18-year-old Grace Lujan.
I wholeheartedly believe that her seatbelt saved her life.
Grace was headed home for the night, driving south on Canal Avenue near Val Vista Road when a wrong-way driver crashed into her head-on.
He was driving northbound in the southbound lane, in her lane, with no headlights on. They had to extricate her from the vehicle. They had to use the jaws of life to get her out of it, and then they had to air evac her immediately to Desert Banner here in Mesa.
That's where Grace has been ever since, undergoing several surgeries to fix her 2 broken legs, broken jaw, and other facial fractures.
She is the epitome of resilience, and the strength that this little girl has is just amazing.
Grace's uncle, Santino Montalvo, says his niece didn't have any memory of the crash when it first happened, but slowly that night has been coming back into focus.
She remembers waking up and a gentleman, which would happen to be a park ranger that was closing down the park across the street, being by her side, trying to keep her calm and telling her that help was on the way and that everything was going to be okay, and he was praying for her.
Those prayers from the park ranger and the entire community are what's carrying the family through this dark time.
Don't take for granted how special and how precious life is. Don't take for granted that tomorrow is never promised, and that freak accidents like this do happen to anybody.
Grace's stay in the hospital is expected to be long as she learns how to walk, eat, and talk again. A GoFundMe page was created to help her family pay for those medical bills. We have a link on 12news.com. In Casa Grande, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
Gabby, thanks so much. Tonight, we're learning new details on a fatal shooting out of the West Valley. This all happened last night in Glendale. Police telling us it involved a fight between 2 men, and it ended up with one of them shooting the other after an argument. Now, according to Glendale police, it all took place at around 10:15 near Bethany Home Road and 67th Avenue. Police have not released the names of the victim or the shooter, but be sure to stay with 12 News and on 12news.com as we gather new information on that shooting. And a crash between 2 cars in West Phoenix left a teen driver dead. Police have identified the victim of that crash as 19-year-old Kevin Adriano. Police say it happened at around 10:15 last night as well, near 67th Avenue and Camelback Road. Police telling us both cars were traveling southbound on 67th when Adriano's car sideswiped the other car, causing it to lose control. Detectives have now taken over this crash investigation. And a car partially submerged in a valley canal. Certainly not something you see every day. This all happened near 24th Street and Thomas. This was in Phoenix at around 7 this morning. Tonight, police are telling us they are investigating exactly how the car got there. Their investigation continues, but police did say that thankfully nobody was injured during the incident. And a big crowd this morning at Wesley Bolin Plaza for the state's annual March for Life event. Organizers from the Arizona Life Coalition tell us this is the state's largest pro-life gathering. This year's theme was called Many Voices, One Cause. In total, 28 organizations, including adoption agencies and foster homes, were a part of today's event. Now, if you'd like to get involved or help out, you can head on over to their website at chooselifeaz.org. Now, the last few days have had rain, sun, and certainly some snow in the high country. But will it change moving forward? Meteorologist Lauren Rainson is tracking your weekend temperatures. Here's a look at your weather impact forecast.
Even though we dried and cleared out, temperatures continue to struggle, and past midnight we're going to fall off from the mid to the lower 50s, bottoming out in the 40s early tomorrow morning before getting back into the lower 60s just before lunchtime. Elsewhere across the state, we're going to look like this early tomorrow morning. Teens, 20s, 30s, and 40s. In those higher elevations, 40s across the valley and the lower deserts. But a warmer afternoon is on the way. 50s and 60s in the higher elevations. Upper 70s, the valley and the lower deserts west of the Colorado River. Temperatures will continue to climb through Monday ahead of our next system. That's set to arrive Tuesday, so you don't want to go anywhere. We have the storm timeline, potential impacts. Will this mean more rain for us in the valley? You'll find out coming up in my complete forecast.
All right, Lauren, thank you. It was an amazing weekend for some Arizona kids who really know how to spell. It was quite impressive. Today, the Arizona Educational Foundation hosted the 2025 Arizona Spelling Bee. Now, the top 5 winners were from Basis Chandler, New Vistas Center for Education, Harmon Elementary School, Rattlesnake Ridge Elementary School, and Adams Traditional Academy. The winner, that was 7th grader Esha Marapudi.
We got to showcase the 28 spellers, the best spellers of Arizona. And our top 5 were lucky enough to make it to the finals, and the top 3 spellers will be going to nationals in Maryland.
I feel excited going to the Capitol, and I'm excited to meet other spellers at the nationals, and yeah, it's going to be a fun experience.
And if you're wondering the word that Marapudi won the spelling bee with, she spelled it right. It is enteric. Congratulations to her. Now, this Monday is St. Patrick's Day, and if you're looking for some Irish dining deals, you're in luck. On Monday, several Valley restaurants have both food and drink deals to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Now, start your celebrations early if you want with some corned beef hash for breakfast at Over Easy. That chain is also serving up $5 green drinks, with each location having a unique version. All 5 Thirsty Lions locations will have bagpipers, Irish dancers, and some inspired dishes as well. Some sales will also support St. Baldrick's Foundation. That's a nonprofit that raises funds for childhood cancer. And also on Monday, Pedal House Brewery has celebrations and specials planned for all locations with $5 Irish stouts and some corned beef and cabbage as well. Sounds pretty tasty. Well, for more than 40 years, one of the largest fountains in the world has turned green, and this year it was no different. The annual event in Fountain Hills is to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. Today, the town hosted the Irish Fountain Fest, which included fun, food, and of course, music. The fountain can reach as high as 560 feet and also runs every day of the week and every hour as well. On every other day, of course, though, it just won't necessarily be the color green.